So I've got proof in front of me that Erik Ten Hag has had the greatest Premier League season, first ever season ever, compared to Pep, Klopp, Arteta, and Wenger.
Is it all managers or just?
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Compare it to Pep, Klopp, Arteta, and Wenger. Erik Ten Hag has had the best season compared to those four.
Yeah, but there's other.
Pep Guardiola.
No, but there's been other managers, so you can't just say.
I'm naming some absolute humdingers. Pep, Klopp, your manager, Arteta, and Wenger.
What I'm going to say is.
So Erik Ten Hag.
No, at the start of the show, you said Erik Ten Hag
the greatest ever first season.
As the greatest ever first season.
If you take Chelsea out of the equation.
You can't take Chelsea out of the equation.
Why?
Because they've got two managers. Well, sorry, three that have been so much better than
If you take
Ten Hag.
Ancelotti, Conte, and Jose out of the equation, I'll win the argument.
Oh, so he hasn't been the best then?
If you take Chelsea out of the equation.
No, don't give me them managers.
Right.
Give me why you're saying Erik's had. Give me his first season.
Well, purely because when he took over Manchester United, the season before he got there, Manchester United was 6th. In his first season, he got Manchester United top 4, 3rd, got him to the FA Cup final, the League Cup final, and won the League Cup. Right? Now, whatever you say, I know we're joking and laughing, but Pep didn't do that, Klopp didn't do that, Arteta didn't do that, and Wenger didn't do that. Right?
Okay.
Out of all of those managers I mentioned, I think only one of them, and that's your manager, Arteta, did win something in their first season. And that was the FA Cup. And he came in, I think Arteta joined Arsenal in December. Right? So we're 8 games into the Premier League, right? And by all accounts, right? And I agree with it, Man United 10th at the moment, not the best start in the world, right? The way they're playing hasn't been great, okay? They've had quite a few injuries, but all clubs have injuries. Goalkeeper looks a little bit shaky. Everything at the moment at Manchester United doesn't look great. But we can only go on full seasons.
Okay.
And that first full season, he did an unbelievable job. I think we have to appreciate that. I think we have to.
Okay.
we have to acknowledge that.
Okay, but you said it was the best in history.
Greatest ever first season
in history.
In the history of the Premier League. If you take Chelsea.
No, you can't take Chelsea. So right again, someone's put here. Pellegrini won the league, so it doesn't really matter what.
Not in his first season.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what.
We'll take Pellegrini out as well then.
Okay, so.
No, I'm purely comparing him to Pep, Klopp, Arteta, and Wenger.
But you can't because Mourinho is one of the greatest Premier League managers ever. Conte is, Ancelotti is.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing him to him.
Yeah, you have to.
No, but my point is, right, that everyone's like, if you ask me to mark him out of 10, his time at Manchester United so far, 9.
But that's just ridiculous.
It's not because he couldn't have done anything. Could he have done anything more realistically?
No, win the league
in his first season. Realistically,
he got to 2 cup finals.
Come on,
win one of them. Win two of them.
Well, I'll give him a 10 then if he did.
No. Anyway, you talk about foot managers in the first season. Jose Mourinho, 2004.
Was he Chelsea?
Yeah.
Right, take them out of the equation.
95 points.
Good season.
That was the most points in a season until that point.
Team he's taking over.
Listen, doesn't matter, right?
Oh, it does matter.
And least goals.
Least
goals conceded.
Right.
They were the records he broke in his first year as winning the league.
He done well.
Antonio Conte.
The Chelsea manager?
Yeah,
right, take Chelsea out of the equation.
No, won a record.
Yeah.
3 Premier League Manager of the Month in a row.
Oh, well done.
And also won the league.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Ancelotti, the double.
Yeah. Got sacked, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure now.
I'm taking Chelsea out of the equation.
Okay, another one.
Yeah.
Now, I need to make... Do you know what? No, I need to... Before I say it, I need to make sure that it's factual because... This one here...
you're going to make it up. While you Google it, let me link to some audio. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's
While
fine.
you're Googling it. While Bent is trying to find something, desperately trying to find something, because I'm right so far. Have a listen to this. Man United boss Erik Ten Hag spoke to the media following his side's brilliant win against Brentford at the weekend. Smashed them to pieces. 2 goals from the wonderful Scott McTominay. He said United need to use the win to kickstart their season.
In football, it's eaten or you get eaten. And too many times in the first start of the season, we got eaten by opponents who are more hungry. And that can't be. And it has to go away. Such easy giveaways, you get punished. Top football. And we have 2 good players to act like this. So this has to be a turning point, but also it has to be a restart because we have to get into higher levels.
Another one, first season.
Let's not forget, United have had an awful start. 5 points off Liverpool in 4th.
Yeah. Claudio Ranieri.
But you don't count Leicester in any...
Hold on. I can't count Leicester.
Yeah,
I can't count Chelsea.
No one counts Leicester in anything.
His first season, he won the league.
Yeah, but he took over from a very...
And you said realistically, well, when he took over Leicester, that they were 14th
the year
survived,
I know. Yeah.
So
you can't really use Leicester in any football analogy. It doesn't count. Everyone knows that.
So I can't use Leicester. Can't use Leicester.
Yeah,
can't use Chelsea.
Anomaly.
Well, I can't use Leicester.
If you take Leicester and Chelsea out of the equation, he's had the greatest ever start to a Premier League season.
Okay, so on the list he's
not bad, is it?
So on the list he's like 6th.
Well, better than your manager.
No, and Pellegrini.
Well,
Pellegrini.
That means your manager is further down the list. That's my point. Okay. That's all my point is.
That's fair enough.
Right,
Pellegrini.
Okay. Well, I'll drink later. Who's the greatest ever Premier League manager in the current era?
Pep Guardiola.
Right. Our manager had a better start than he did. Who's the second best?
Of our era?
Yeah.
Klopp.
Right. Our manager had a better start than he did.
So are you telling me you've seen...
Who's your manager?
No, have you seen,
let me finish.
Have you seen
Who's your manager?
Have you seen the signs?
Who's your manager?
Arteta.
Better start. Who's
Okay.
your manager?
No.
Who's your greatest ever manager?
Fair play.
Better start.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So when you go to mark Erik ten Hag out of 10
Yeah.
for his time at Man United, got to be 9.
Okay, so but Leicester?
You can't count Leicester. They don't count.
Man City, Pellegrini.
Yes, but
No,
fine.
can you say words? Not noises.
No, I'm just comparing
But
him to great managers.
yeah, okay. Jose is up there, top 5, one of the greatest Premier League managers of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Look what his first season did.
Brilliant. Well done.
Antonio Conte.
Excellent.
They were 10th before he got there.
Yeah. But I'm talking about your manager and Pep.
Oh, so these don't count.
No, they count, but not on my list. Let's go to the phone lines. 03717223334. Cal is a Man United fan. Hi, Cal.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm very well. Talk some sense to Benny,
Hold
would
on.
you?
Why does Leicester not count?
Are you
I
ask-
think Leicester. Leicester can count.
Yeah, no one's asking you, Cal.
See?
Oh, sorry, okay, carry on.
This is one of your own, Cal.
No,
This is one of your
Cal,
own as well.
Cal, they count, right? But what I'm saying is whenever... not that kind of count. Whenever you're talking about stats, someone will always go, what about Leicester? And it's sort of, you can't use it, it's unfair. They're the exceptions to the
That's
rule.
why football's not played with stats, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. So go on, what's your point then, Cal?
My point is I don't understand how anyone can be turning on Ten Hag after watching the last 10 years of Manchester United following Fergie. We've turned on far too many managers that haven't done as much as Ten Hag has done in a season on the pitch. The football that he's trained to play is so much better than any football we've seen under any other manager, barring possibly Ollie, who obviously was never going to get us to where we need to be. There's something there with Ten Hag. You can see something. He's trying to build something. You can see it somewhere. The only thing I will say is he needs to stop signing players he's worked with before. Because they're rubbish, other than Martinez.
You know...
We're at Hoyland.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you Hoyland. Hoyland's on his way to doing good things. But we
Not bad that for 400 mil.
Start last season.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Darren Bent spoke over you, Cal. I can only apologise.
No, but one in 400 million is not bad.
What? Sorry, your manager spent
No,
half a billion.
listen, this section is not about Arsenal.
Oh, here
it's
we
about
go.
Manchester
That's
United.
unusual. Okay.
Also, another thing as well. Someone
here
put
we go.
another manager in here as well. I think I might
yeah.
like.
People are always poking their nose in.
Thomas Tuchel, Champions League in his first year.
Yeah, well, I told you we're not counting Chelsea. No Chelsea, no
So
Leicester.
I can't count any manager that managed Chelsea or Leicester.
You can
or
only
City.
count Pep, Klopp, Arteta, and Wenger. That's not bad.
So
is
really,
it?
so your manager's finished like 6th in terms
But
of
your
that.
manager's below that
Right,
then.
listen, I'll take that on the chin.
Who's had a better first season ever? Ten Hag or Pep?
Pep probably at Barcelona.
No.
At Barcelona.
In the Premier League.
Oh, listen, I'll give it to Erik.
Oh, what's the answer?
Erik.
Right. Who's had a better manager first time in the Premier League ever? Klopp or Erik?
Who's a better manager?
No.
The last caller,
Why
Cal
can't
said.
you answer the question?
Cal said not about stats. Right now, you'd swap.
Well, that's what we're going
if
on.
you had the option to swap Erik ten Hag, who's had a 9 in your opinion,
Yeah.
for Pep or Klopp,
Yeah.
you would drive in there yourself.
Swap you for Jason Cundy. Keep your calls coming in 03717223344.
Claudio Ranieri.
Coming
What a
up, you'll
guy.
say live on National Radio.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.